Welcome to another episode of Boat Life, and in this episode, we're going to be sailing, we're going to be snorkeling some cool pianos, we're just going to be hanging out. It's a really cool adventure, a kid sailing the ocean. Stay tuned. Okay guys, so we're going to go sailing, and so we got to lift the anchor. I don't really know where we're going to go though. Hello there. Let's get all this stuff ready. Look at all that sand! On that island, you guys may see a little bit of animals or those black dots. Those are actually iguanas. That's a really cool beach because it has just iguanas everywhere. Alright, we're all at the fly bridge. Out here in the Bahamas. Look at the great big ocean. The water is so blue out here, it's kind of crazy. It's also really blue because it's so shallow in some spots. Sometimes we've gotten down to 4 to 5 feet. The waves weren't too rough today. They were just, just medium. They weren't too crazy, but they weren't too bad. Alright, so we only have about 2 hours left in the sail. Nothing crazy. I'll show you guys the map when we get done with the sail. So, yeah. I'll see you guys when we're dropping anchor or if anything else crazy happens. We are passing by these little islands, making our way to our spot. Look at all these little islands. There's a big difference in the watercolor. It's because it gets down to 2 to 3 feet. Now we are in 3 feet, so the water is a completely different color, which is pretty crazy. But we have to go, it's 3 feet, but we have to go around a certain area because it gets down to 1 foot under the rudder, which would not be good. Okay, we're getting ready to anchor. So I'll show you guys what we're doing for anchor. You ready for this, Mom?
Ready.
What about you, sister?
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah, I am.
Alright, we have to get everything ready. So we have to open this container. And we have to grab this remote. Because this controls the chain to go up and down. We're getting ready to anchor, but I'm really excited to go to that crater. I think it'll be really cool snorkeling and really cool to explore that cave. Sorry. I think it'll be really cool. Today we sailed from Williams Cay to Rudder Cay. So we just dove the anchor and it was pretty good. Now I want to go snorkel a piano. So this piano on the ocean floor is actually called The Musician. The sculpture was commissioned by an illustration David Copperfield, who owns a private island nearby. The sculpture was placed underwater in 2011 as a hidden attraction for snorkelers and divers. The piano and mermaid are only about 12 to 15 feet, that's 4 to 5 meters underwater, so people can free dive down to it pretty easily. I know some of you are probably thinking, is it an actual piano? And no, it's not. It's just made out of stainless steel. When it was first placed underwater, it was originally a treasure hunt to see who could find it the fastest. Because it's been underwater for years, the sculpture has started acting like a small artificial reef with some fish and sea life around it. The mermaid's name is called Rhonda. The statue was created by Jason DeCarcel Taylor as an artist known for making underwater building sculpture parks around the world. Sometimes the sculpture can get buried under the sand if a big hurricane or storm hits. So some people have to go over and clean it up. We're all getting ready to go back in the bumpy waves.
Rotate towards me. Rotate towards me. Towards me. Towards me. Towards me.
So we just made it back from the snorkel. That was pretty cool. But then me, Ashton, and Miles, Ashton, and Lily jumped in, and right as we jump in, we got a little visitor, a barracuda, but also that little guy just came to visit us, you know. Right as we jumped in. So that's cool and all, but yeah. I'll show you some GoPro footage. Okay, it's sunset time now, so let's go to the conch shell.
That is cool. You can see it from the bottom. Ready? Yeah. See the sunset? Oh my god.
Wow. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Now look at this one.
Good morning, everyone. Right now, we're gonna go lift the anchor. There's a hole all the way over there. It goes all the way through the island. Out here in the Bahamas. That's another private island owned by David Copperdeal. He's a famous musician.
I said, come over here.
Hey, Lily.
Yeah?
How you doing?
Playing games.
Playing games? What games are you playing?
Really focused.
Cucumber. Nice. You guys see that glove? That's Jimmy Jr. He's been with us for a while now. We're currently in 2 feet of water, and the captain ran downstairs.
3 feet right here.
So, we're figuring out what we're doing.
I just don't see his line.
How's everyone doing at the helm?
We're doing
Great!
We got a few more hours left. We're going in between these 2 rocks to get to our anchoring spot. Look at the ledges under those rocks. Alright, now we're about to anchor. Today we sailed from Rudder Cay to Staniel Cay. Now we have to jump in and dive the anchor. As you guys can see, we are like 2 feet under the keel. The keel is like the lowest point on the boat. We go check the bridle, check the chain, you know, everything like that. We have to go all the way to our anchor to see if it's dug. After we get there, that's pretty dug. You always, you know, grab some sand, slap it on there, You know how it is. It's not the best, but it's good enough. So yeah, after we're all dug, that's how we dive our anchor. And then we have to swim all the way back to the boat. If you're crazy, you'll go in between the two holes, but you know, right now, since it's shallow, it's not very scary. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. I think that's gonna end the episode off. Stay tuned for the next one. I think we're going to be exploring a grotto, which would be pretty cool. Anyways, we out.